today from different agencies. We start with Sharon Mills, who is with the DeWitt County Mental Health Board. Sharon, good to see you again. How are you?
Great. Thanks for having us.
Yes, thanks for making time. And Connie Gyorr with Marissa's Purpose. Good morning, Connie.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for making time for us, ladies. It's really good to have you in. I want to start with you, Connie. Marissa's Purpose. What's this group? What's it all about?
So in 2016, I lost my daughter to an accidental overdose. She was 20 years old, attending college, and she was using cocaine, and it was laced with fentanyl. Not knowing that, she overdosed, and the person that she was with, instead of taking her to the hospital, he placed her in a wooded area and left her there to die.
Oh, my.
So I really want to educate as many students as I can, and also as many parents, about the dangers and misconceptions of all the street drugs and, kind of what's going on. Also about the Good Samaritan Law. A lot of kids and parents don't know about the overdose Good Samaritan Law. And I think that's a really important message, especially kids going off to college, even if you're not participating. If you see somebody overdose, you can call 911 and there will be no questions asked. They will get that person help.
Yeah. Talk about when you started Marissa's Purpose and what you've been doing with the group and stuff.
Yeah, so basically every year we try to do Narcan training, and Narcan is a reversible for drug overdose for opioids, and we also offer free Narcan to anybody. We bring in speakers every spring, and we try to visit as many schools as we can. This year, we've got 2 speakers coming in, Jennifer Jimenez and Tim Ryan, and they're married, and they'll be speaking to 12 different schools while they're here. They're going to be here for a whole week. And we have 3 parent presentations in the evening that will be open to the public and available for open to the public, and we'll have pizza and child service because we understand how hard it is to get out in the evenings.
Sure.
And one of the presentations is in Pekin County, and that's on March 5th. One is in Macon County, and that's on March 7th. And on March 6th, we have DeWitt County in Clinton.
Sure. We'll talk more about those as we kind of go along. And the Tim Ryan story I'm more familiar with than his wife's, but still a very powerful testimony and great things that they'll have to say for these events. But with Marissa's Purpose, what types of things have you done over the years? You mentioned you've done a lot of outreach with schools, a lot of presentations and those sorts of things. Can you speak to, just how things have gone for your for the group over the years here?
Yeah, sure. So we started out really small, just in Pekin County. We basically started with the school that Marissa went to school at, and that was Monticello School. At first, it was a little difficult to get into the schools because nobody thinks it's happening in their school or in their neighborhood or in their house, but it is. And so now we've expanded from just Pekin County to Macon County and Clinton, DeWitt County, Farmer City. And we'd like to expand even more. I'd like to get into Champaign District or County and even further if nationwide. I mean,
Yeah. How has the not necessarily the messaging, but maybe the like you talked about cocaine with your daughter. I know like heroin, comes and goes. What's the one that's really laced with fentanyl these days? I'm trying to think. Meth, maybe meth. Yeah. So, anyways, do you change your messaging based on the trends of a given time frame? Does that make sense?
Not necessarily, because I feel like I cover all drugs.
Oh, okay, sure.
Anything, and we also try to focus on the mental health part of it too, because that's sometimes where it starts. And if you miss that, then they try to self-medicate.
Yeah, sure. So how did you get connected with Sharon and the DeWitt County Mental Health Board?
Yeah, so Tony Kirkman from the Mental Health Center in Pekin County, he introduced me or bridged me over to Sharon, and I'm really excited to work with her.
Yeah, speak to your relationship with Tony, because he's such a great advocate and a great asset to Pekin County. Speak to just being able to know him and maybe the opportunities that he opened up for your group.
Yeah, so Tony's a huge advocate, and we really appreciate all that he does for our community. And I really enjoy working with all of them there. We try to partner in as much as as much things that we can.
Sure,
You know?
sure.
So,
Did I miss anything about Marissa's Purpose you want to put out there, Connie? Or want to talk about it? Like I said, we'll get to the events as we go along here, but is there anything about the group we haven't talked about that you feel we should know?
well, my number is very public, and if anybody is ever struggling, they could always reach out to me, and we will do whatever we can to help them get, resources and try to get them the help that they need. I feel like the stigma is still there, and we need to remove that, start the conversation, and we need to get people the help because we're losing too many people every year.
Yeah.
So my biggest message would be knowledge is a powerful tool against drug and alcohol abuse. And if you have a problem, please reach out to us or somebody. Don't be afraid.
Sure.
Don't be embarrassed.
Absolutely. Again, that's Connie Gyorr with Marissa's Purpose. Sharon Mills with the DeWitt County Mental Health Board is in studio with us as well. Sharon, speak to your partnership with Marissa's Purpose and, how you have been able to help them here in DeWitt County.
Well, we were first introduced to Tim Ryan back in 2017 when he came to DeWitt County to do presentations with our high school students and then with parents and guardians through a presentation as well. So getting hooked up with Connie through Tony, she told us about this opportunity to bring Tim Ryan and his wife, Jennifer Jimenez Ryan, back to DeWitt County because they were going to be in Piatt and Macon County speaking at the schools as well. So he was well received when he was here before, seemed to have a good message and impact on a number of students. So we thought that it would be worthwhile to bring him back.
So in getting connected with Connie, that was kind of the bridge of bringing Tim in.
Tim back.
Yeah,
too,
back to DeWitt
because
County.
she already had this, she was already making plans with him. So, trying to capitalize on the fact that he would be here in Central Illinois and making that available, reaching out to the schools to see if it would be something they had an interest in.
Sure. Well, remind us about the DeWitt County Mental Health Board, Sharon, what you do, what you're all about.
Well, the board was established by a voter referendum August 22nd, 1967.
Wow.
So back then, the people here in the county that thought it important to address mental health issues, substance use issues, and support individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So we operate through a property tax levy here in DeWitt County. We take those funds and provide them to organizations, nonprofit and governmental organizations that apply to us with programs and services that serve people with mental illness, substance use disorder, or disabilities. Some of those funds also go for prevention education, including education that Piatt County Mental Health Center provides here in DeWitt County schools, both in junior high and high school.
So you partner a lot with Piatt County, it sounds like.
Yes, they're one of the funded providers serving in DeWitt County for substance use prevention.
Sure. What are some of the highlights in recent years of the DeWitt County Mental Health Board, Sharon? What have you been up to? What's been going on?
Well, we completed our assessment and released it early last year. And, that helped to shine a light on some of the issues that young people face here in the county when it comes to drug and alcohol use and experiences with symptoms that might be related to depression or anxiety. And that some of that data comes through the Illinois Youth Survey. That survey is going to be repeated here in DeWitt County this spring.
Oh, okay,
so
cool.
Hopefully we'll get a better sense or a newer sense of where things stand with some of the students use of substances.
Yeah, I know. In talking with Tony in recent interviews, he's very excited about what that survey coming back around and finding out where we're at with some of these things. Anything on the mental health board, Sharon, we haven't touched about that you all do, that you're working on? Anything that we haven't touched on you want to put out there for us?
Well, just that our funding process really begins in June. We take applications throughout the month of June online for organizations that have programs and services related to mental health, substance use, or disabilities.
Okay.
If anyone has questions about those applications or who might be eligible, they certainly can reach out to me.
Okay, and how do they do that?
Well, we're on Facebook, DeWitt County Mental Health Board. We're online, DeWittCountyMHB.com, or people can get in touch with me personally through email.
Okay, very good. Connie, how do folks learn about Marissa's Purpose?
Oh, sure. Well, we're on Facebook, and we also have a website. It's just marissaspurpose.org.
Okay.
And there's only one S and one R in her name.
Yep, so check that out. Very good, ladies. Well, let's take a time out. We'll come back and talk about these speaking events again with Tim Ryan and his wife coming up here in the month of March, and we'll speak about those again with Sharon Mills and Connie Gyorr here this morning on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.
For more information.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn slightly higher, beans lower, wheat trading higher. March corn up 1 1/4, 4.12 1/4. May corn up 3/4, 4.25, and December new crop 4.58 up 3/4. March beans 11.56 1/2 down 4 1/4. May beans down 4 1/4, 11.60 3/4. November new crop 11.42 3/4 down 3. March Chicago wheat 5.89 up 5 3/4. July wheat up 5 3/4, 5.83 3/4. March bean meal 339.40 down 2.60. March bean oil 44.89 up 6 cents. Livestock market this hour. March feeders 253.22 up $1.87. February live cattle up 75 cents, 184.72. April lean hogs 87.22 up $1.25. Energy market. April crude oil 78.05 up 14 cents. Jim Taylor on the RFD Radio Network.
Take advantage of leap year. This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick here in Clinton. Yes, we have an extra day this month. So come see our inventory of Chevrolet Trailblazers, Blazers, and the all-new Chevy Trax. It's a sharp, redesigned 5-passenger and affordable front-wheel drive. We also have a larger 7-passenger Traverse and a good selection of Tahoes. Use your extra day wise. Shop us online to see all our inventory. BaumChevyBuick.com, right from the start.
For growers like you, this is more than a profession. It's a way of life, a generational calling, wrapped in community pride. First Mid is a trusted financial partner with comprehensive agribusiness services like lending and insurance. As your ownership or operational needs evolve, you can turn to us for farm management and land sales. We are committed to helping you cultivate a better tomorrow because, like you, we're not merely invested in the success of your operation, we're homegrown. First Mid, an equal opportunity lender.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in studio today, Sharon Mills with the DeWitt County Mental Health Board and Connie Gyorr with Marissa's Purpose, and they are teaming up to bring Tim Ryan and his wife Jennifer Jimenez Ryan to Central Illinois and speak at several area schools and do some promotion of nonprofits and those sorts of things. Ladies, who wants to speak about when Tim and his wife will be here and where they will be? How about that?
Sure.
Go ahead, Connie.
So Tim and his wife will be arriving March 4th. They're going to start out visiting all of the schools in Piatt County. And then on Wednesday on March 6th, they'll be going to Argenta High School, Clinton High School. And Thursday, they'll be going to Blue Ridge High School, Johns Hill Margaret Middle School. And on Friday, they'll be going to Maroa Forsyth High School and Warrensburg Latham High School. We have a parent presentation on Monday night. No, I'm sorry. Tuesday night.
Tuesday, okay.
Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night.
At the various schools they'll be at
Yes.
on those days? Okay.
Yes.
Very good.
And you can find all that information on Facebook or our website.
At Marissa's Purpose Facebook page.
.org.
Yeah,
Yep.
and .org.
Yes.
Sure. Very good. Now, Connie, or excuse me, Sharon, I know you heard Tim speak. You mentioned he was here in 2017?
17.
Yeah, I can't believe it was that long ago. But how about his message and the things you remember about that?
Well, certainly sharing his own story with drug addiction, incarceration, a number of overdose experiences he had and was brought back from. But really the dangers of using drugs, alcohol, some of the help that is available, and pointing students, encouraging them to seek out that help if they need it, and really inspiring them to make good choices for themselves.
Yeah, for sure. And a powerful message at that really resonates with the kids, it sounds like.
Yes, and certainly someone else, kind of a celebrity, having a celebrity status as well as being a professional speaker, very engaging. And
What's his story? He was like, I'm trying to remember what his story was. He was well known before he got into this public speaking, right?
He was a water skier for Tommy Bartlett, I think.
Okay.
In Wisconsin.
Okay, sure.
So, and then I think that's how it all kind of started. Got hurt, started using.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure. Interesting. So,
and he does
go
have
ahead.
a website, dopetohope.com. So
Yes.
anyone that is interested in learning more about them, and especially if you can't make one of these presentations, to be able to check out his story a little further and that of his wife's.
Now, his wife's story will be told. She wasn't with him last time he came, correct?
No, she wasn't. I think that they've gotten married since that time.
Yeah.
Yes.
She had her own struggles with addiction and eating disorder. Having, kind of grown up in the fashion industry and then Hollywood, being a Hollywood celebrity and being exposed to a lot of that. So both Tim and Jen have been in recovery for many years and have teamed up to share their stories and encouraging young people then.
Sure. Now, you talked about they'll be at these various high schools in Central Illinois. Is the public invited out to hear that, or is that exclusively for students and maybe the public invited for like the parents' night? How do you want folks to approach that, Sharon?
Well, they do have scheduled times with high school students, and the public haven't been invited to the student presentations.
Okay.
But we have scheduled parent presentations, parent, guardian, or other public members that may want to attend.
Okay.
In each of the communities or counties that Marissa's Purpose is working with, and of course here in DeWitt County, March 6th will be the parent presentation, 6 p.m. at the Clinton Junior High School with both Tim and Jen.
Okay, so if you're interested, be a part of that. Connie, do you want to run down the presentations one more time where he'll be in the Macon County area?
Yes. So Macon County, it will be on March 7th. It'll be at the Macon Pyatt Regional Office of Education, and they'll be offering childcare and pizza there too for everyone. That'll be at 6 o'clock. The Pyatt County presentation is on Tuesday evening. It'll be at the Monticello High School auditorium, and we will also be offering the same thing.
Okay.
And that's also at 6 o'clock.
Okay, sure.
It lasts about an hour.
Yeah. So keep those dates in mind. Where do folks go to find more on those, Connie?
They can go to Facebook or our website.
Yep, for Marissa's Purpose, Facebook, and marissaspurpose.org is the website. Very good. Sharon, do you have information out on the Mental Health Board's Facebook on these events?
We've got it out on the Mental Health Board's Facebook page, and then have been sharing it to various social media pages related to DeWitt County, the county as a whole, and various communities in DeWitt County.
Okay, very good. About a minute left here, ladies. What did I miss on these that you want to put out there for us? Did I miss anything at all that the folks at home should know?
Well, just that for Clinton, as Connie mentioned, in the other communities, we will have some pizza. We're going to be providing some childcare in the junior high library. So if parents want to come out and need to have someone watch their kids, that will be available.
Okay.
And I also wanted to reference back to when Connie was talking about naloxone or Narcan. If people are interested in that, there are a number of trainings throughout the county that are being scheduled, and people can actually pick up free Narcan or naloxone from the DeWitt Bi-County Health Department here in DeWitt County, as well as Heritage Behavioral Health Center.
Okay, very good.
Yes.
And just one more time, ladies, where do folks go for each of your organizations? Sharon, I'll start with you.
They can check out our Facebook page at DeWitt County Mental Health Board.
Sure. And Connie, yours?
Marissa's Purpose.
Very good. Look for those. Very good, ladies. Thanks so much for joining us. Sharon Mills, Connie Gyorr on the morning show. Network News on the way.
The Big 1520 WHOW Clinton, 92.3 FM W222 BG Clinton, 106.5 FM W293 DJ Normal Bloomington.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Fueling speculation over his choice of a running mate, former President Trump gesturing toward Senator Tim Scott when asked what he is looking for in a vice president.
Always the first quality has to be somebody that you think will be a good president, because if something should happen,